Unleash the power of flashcards in mastering phrasal verbs. Hello, language enthusiasts. Today, we're going to delve into an incredibly effective method for learning and remembering those pesky phrasal verbs in English, using flashcards and a technique known as spaced repetition. This might be your secret weapon in becoming a proficient English speaker. Before we jump into learning strategies, let's quickly recap what phrasal verbs are. They're unique to English and consist of a verb and a particle, or two, which could be a preposition or an adverb. For instance, give up, look after, or run into. The tricky part is that their meaning often can't be deduced from the individual words. But worry not, our approach using flashcards and spaced repetition is here to help. Now, let's talk about flashcards. A flashcard is a card bearing information on both sides, which is used in memorization and study. One side will contain a prompt, and the other side will have the answer. In the context of phrasal verbs, you could have the phrasal verb on one side and its meaning and an example sentence on the other side. The beauty of flashcards is their simplicity and versatility. You can carry them around and review them in your free time, be it during a commute or a coffee break. Spaced repetition is a learning technique where you review information at increasing intervals over time. Initially, you review the flashcards often, but as you become more familiar, you review them less frequently. This is based on the spacing effect, a psychological phenomenon where our brains are more likely to remember information studied a few times over a long period than information studied repeatedly in a short period. For example, when you learn a new phrasal verb, you might review it later the same day, then 2 days later, then a week later, and so on. This helps to move the phrasal verb from your short-term memory to your long-term memory, making it easier to recall in the future. When it comes to phrasal verbs, the combination of flashcards and spaced repetition can be a game changer. Here's how you could implement it. 1. Create your flashcards. Write the phrasal verb on one side of a card, and its meaning and an example sentence on the other side. 2. Initial review. Go through the flashcards. When you get a card right, place it in a correct pile. If you get it wrong, place it in an incorrect pile. 3. Spaced repetition. Review the incorrect pile more often, say every day. Review the correct pile less frequently, say every 3 to 4 days. Adjust these intervals as needed. The key is to be consistent and patient. Over time, you'll find that you're able to remember and use phrasal verbs more naturally and effortlessly. And that's a wrap. We hope this strategy of using flashcards and spaced repetition will revolutionize your journey in mastering phrasal verbs. Remember, language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. Keep practicing, stay curious, and you'll see your English skills flourish in no time. Until our next video, keep learning and exploring.